Hello guys, Christmas here, and today I will show you my Thunder Dragon list I've been playing on Dueling Book Rated. I've tested it quite a lot now. I have a really good win ratio with it. It's a going second build. I don't think you can play this deck as a going first. Boards you make are not good enough, and this deck actually breaks pretty hard with 6 cards. And if you go first, you have 5 cards in hand, and you will break even more. So I think that Titan Control going second is the way to play this deck. I've been mainly playing against like Zoo variants, Drytrons, and the Virtual World. One of the biggest reasons why I made this deck and I'm playing it rated is because of this deck can both use the Shifter and Droll and Lockbird. Both of those hand traps are insane in this format. They stop on their own best decks, which are Drytron and the Virtual World. You just have to draw one of them. So that's another reason why I wanted to play this deck. Okay, so let's start with this deck profile. So as I said, I played 3 copies of Shifter, 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird. Sometimes, depending on the matchup, you don't want even to use them. Let's say if you play against Zoo, you don't want to use Shifter, you don't want to use Draw. Just keep them in hand. This can be Banish of Allure. This can be normal summon and linked away into the Anima or some other link too. Or you can banish Hawk and shuffle them back. That's really important. I see a lot of people just, I don't know, it doesn't depend on the matchup, they just send draw whenever they add cards. And let's say against Eldritch, if they resolve Extravagance, they won't draw any more cards. There's no point in just wasting draw. Just keep it in hand. 3 copies of Ash. In my opinion, this is the third best hand trap in the format after the Shifter and John Lockbird. A lot of the people have started cutting it out. I don't know why. Firstly, this is the most generic hand trap. It always has been. But not only that, this format, sometimes you use Ash on Lulu or the Lao and they just stop. Same goes with Drytron. You just wait until they activate Drytron Alpha and use Ash, and a lot of the times they just stop. So Ash is really good, and it being level 3 tuners matters a lot. I will explain that later. 2 Bell and Triple Ogre. Ogre is a really strong hand trap, again really underrated. In this deck it's light, so you can banish it for Dragon Duo. Again, level 3 tuner helps, and it's overall just good all around the board. Versus Drytrons, use it on Carrier. Versus the Virtual World, I mean, depending on their hand, but a lot of the time they go for Croco Dragon. They use effect to draw and use this, and they can go into Calamities anymore. Or I don't know, you can use it on that trap card they have. I mean, this card has a lot of implications, and like the best one is against Zoo. Zoo players just never play around hand trap. They summon Turbo, use its effect, and you activate this, and they lose game. So yeah, this card is really strong. Bell is the weakest one. I just played because I wanted to have a bit more hand trap. I mean, this card has applications. You can use it against Gamma. You can use it against Dear Servant, against Eldritch. Sometimes it can be good. So 2 of is good. Again, really important. Level 3 tuner. You might want to cut this for Schoolmeister. That card is kind of similar to Bell and can be banished off Allure, but I don't know, I think that it being level 3 tuner matters more, so I played. For the Thunder package I maximize, I mean this is a pretty standard list for the as far as Thunder Dragons go. So triple Thunder Dragon, triple Dragon Dark, triple Roar, double Hawk. I've seen a lot of people cutting it to 1 because Colossus is banned. This is a starter card. Let's say you have this at Dragon Dark. On their turn use this, and on your turn you revive it with Hawk, and you can actually play. So I think this is a 2 off. Dragon Duo, 1 is enough. You can always recycle it with Fusion. And you're not playing Desires, so you don't really have to be afraid of banishing it. 2 copies of Dragon Matrix, 2 is perfect number. A lot of the times when like you use already Dragon Dark and with Roar you want to summon this, you can link it into Anima and take something. So plus if you side Nibiru, use Nibiru, you put the token in the extra monster zone, not in the extra monster zone, but the zone which points to extra monster zone, so you can take it with Anima. That's a cool interaction, a good card. Three copies of Aloof Lupin. A lot of people are playing like 3 copies of this and 2 solar. I even have seen some lists play 3 copies of solar and 3 copies of Lupin. That doesn't work because if you open too many normal summons, like you you just can't play. And a cool thing about this decks is that hand traps can be used as a good normal summon. So mostly what you will be, I mean, okay, let's get back to Lupin. Just I want to finish this card up. This card is really good, banished for cost, really good for going second, can be banished off alert in some overclock hands, and when it dies, you can add, I don't know, hand trap if it's banished, or Thunder Dragon, just overall the best card. Solar is just much worse, even though you play Shifter, do not play Solar. Its effect to bring up the token doesn't do anything, so okay, so why can handshots be good in this deck? Because mostly what you will do, let's say use Allure or Sarcophagus and banish Roar. With its effect you would summon Dark, right? Or you would use maybe Hawk to reborn the Dark or reborn the Thunder Dragon. And then you have a level 5 monster and you can summon these level 3 tuners and synchro into the best synchro in this deck for sure, Chaos Ruler. This card, like, I don't know, you can lose when you summon. When this card is also, you just win every time. So it excavates, adds, can add hand traps, then engrave it can recur itself. 3k beater level 8, you can make the Dingirsu to out the Dragoon. I actually went back and forth with this one. At some point I was telling this is a trio for sure. Because you always want to have it in hand. You don't want to search with Dragon Dark. Every hand you want to have this. It's so good. It summons the Titan, which is a strong card. It's a follow-up with its second effect. But then in reality, when you play, a lot of the times I open 2 or more, and that's the only reason I cut it down to 2. I didn't play 3 because before I play Desires, no, I just want to have it every hand. But then too many times I drew 2 copies off, and you just can't play. So I'm still not sure, but for now I'm using 2 copies. Allure is a starter card, same goes for Gold Sarcophagus. And before I played 2 copies of Desires, and I think 1 more Hand Trap, I'm not sure which. The no, wait, no, I played. Oh, okay, before this was third Thunder Dragon Fusion and 2 copies of Desires. I've cut Desires out because it hurt me a lot. Like you use it and then I mean this is a grind deck. You're not going to just kill your opponent and then with it you banish like Thunder Dragons or even some games I banish like all of my fusions and you just lose. I mean, it's still really strong. It draws you 2 cards, but I mean, that was before the talents was released, right? Now that we have this kind of acts as same, and you're going second deck, so talents will resolve almost all the time, and it has other application which desires does not. These 2 effects, so a really strong card. I actually put it to 3, not to 2. For the side deck, nothing really important. Nibiru, I mean, depending on the matchups, it's pretty good. I put it against Virtual World. It doesn't work against Drytron. So, but overall, it's a good card you want to side it. One Denkoseka, I'm trying this out because Thunder Dragon Fusion can search it, but I'm still not sure. Before I played the Kaiju, which is Thunder, so you can search it as well. Just testing it, might cut it later. Dark Ruler No More is one of those cards that completely outed the Drytron board. So I played it. Actually, you don't have as much problem in the virtual world, even though you might not always open the hand shop. Like Calamity is you can actually play even though they use Calamity on you. I'm not gonna go in depth explaining it, but if you're interested, you can just come and check and watch me at my stream. I will put it in the description my Twitch channel, and you can watch how I play. Let's say through Calamity with this deck. You can win. And Dark Ruler, just because Drytron is much harder, against Drytron if you don't open hand trap, they just have to make Vanity Ruler, you can't out it. So you have to either open this or some powerful hand traps. Red reboot against back. I mean, this all for the back row because as you've already noticed, I play a lot of the hand traps. So this is combo versus combo oriented. So you have to side a lot of spell and trap hate. So triple evenly, cosmic, and feather dust are red reboot as well. Let's go to the extra deck. Here I play 2 Titan. You never play 3 Titan. There is no version in which I would play 3 Titan because when you summon one and that's one gets, I don't know, banished or sent to the graveyard, you just use fusion and put it back. So you always actually have one copy in extra deck. This has won me a lot of the games. So it might look kind of like, wow, how, I mean, you can just you can't like I don't know use fusion. You can't use 2 fusion, and if you use fusion and Anaconda's effect, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. But a lot of the times I have already Titan, they can't get rid of it, and then it's my turn. I don't know. I use Roar in hand to add fusion, activate fusion, summon other Titan, make this burn and kill them. This comes up quite a bit for me, and a play I did against the Eldritch. I actually summoned Geonator, took his Golden Lore, which is level 10, and made this and kill him. If I didn't do that, I would actually lose the game because I was at 300 life points, and he played Burning Abyss at Lich, and he had Barbar, so really strong, really strong. This I only put because of the Dragoon. This deck kind of has struggles with it. That's why again Talent's really strong. Access code out Dragoon, generally good card. Unicorn, you just summon it quite a bit when you go second, or sometimes you just make Vascarina and you can make a Unicorn their turn. Fiber, this is probably the weakest card in the extra deck and the probably card I summon the least. But it's still there, like sometimes you could summon something and like Tuner, summons Tuner, use its effect, summon something, make Unicorn. But this can be cut for sure. Anaconda, yeah, you go this almost every game. This is another, so I have 3 good generic link 2s. Depending on situation, you summon one of those. Anaconda is really strong because it sends fusion, so even if they Valor you, you have follow-up. Masquerena is really good because, I don't know, against Zoo, let's say, use Titan, maybe they have follow-up, use this, Unicorn Spin. Carrier is just generically good. Firstly, you can use its effect to equip something on Titan, and then Titan can out Dragoon. I think that's really important. It's like, I mean, it's generic link too, and on Titan you mostly equip Roar, Dragon Dark, or Matrix. So that way, when I don't know Titan dies somehow, you get these effects for absolutely free. So it's a really good card. Geonator, I don't think I've seen any list with this, but this card comes like a lot when I play it. Generic link to Zoo can't really play around it because it can be destroyed by card effects, so you could take Trident like really easily. And as I said, that play when I took Golden Lord, it's a really strong card, especially in this type of deck, which is going second deck. So really strong. 2 link ones, both of them I use, and the Synchro, as I already said. There's no really real combo here. Like I can't really show you a combo or something. It's I really like this deck. It's really fun. It's control deck, Titan control. Like I mean, the closest the combo is, I don't know, use Lupin, banish the Roar, and I don't know, banish Matrix, Matrix Edge Matrix, Roar summons Dragon Dark. You link these two into IP, and you make Titan because with this you add fusion. You activate fusion, make Titan. So on your opponent turn, let's say you can use Matrix in hand, or maybe if you have Dragon Dark in hand, and you pop something with Titan, and let's say that's not enough. You can use IP to make Unicorn Shuffle something bad, and the good part about this, you will always have Fusion Spell Engrave as a good follow-up. This, a lot of the times, actually when I banish it, I added the Roar, because then when you add Roar, you can use Roar's effect in hand to add the Fusion back and then you fusion again. So, really, I think this deck is really strong, especially in this meta. Give it a try, and please come and watch me play it on Twitch. Bye.